Justice. Senator Cortez Masto.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me right off say I do hope that the comedy of this committee continues into the next Congress. And I am disappointed that, unfortunately, right out of the gate, we are creating controversy where none exists and shouldn't exist here. But I am hopeful that the comedy continues. Mr. Wright, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you.
And thank you for your willingness to serve in this environment the way it is today. I appreciate that. Welcome to your family and to your wonderful mother being here as well. I appreciate that. Let me ask you a couple of questions that are important for Nevada. We've talked about this in our meeting, and I thank you for meeting with me. But can Nevadans count on you to acknowledge that the failed Yucca Mountain project is unworkable?
As Senator, thank you for that question. And as we discussed, I think if you're going to build large infrastructure and nuclear waste disposal would certainly fall in that category that has concerns, you need to have on board the local community as well. And I think Nevadans, and as you've expressed clearly, have deep concerns about seeing that facility go ahead, and I think that's your answer.
So President Trump has said he doesn't support waste at Yucca Mountain. So let me ask you again, because you didn't really answer the question. Can Nevadans count on you to acknowledge that the failed Yucca Mountain project is unworkable?
I'm new to politics, as you can see, and you'll see all day long today. I think that has been a clear record that Nevadans oppose the project. I will work with you and with senators across the country to find solutions for long-term disposal of nuclear waste. And I agree with you that a central part of that is going to be local buy-in on the project.
What is your understanding of DOE's role in defense and national security today?
Oh, it is essential. The NNSA, as a part of DOE, is the critical designer, maintainer, and builder through contractors of our nation's nuclear arsenal. This is the ultimate guarantor of our sovereignty. I take that responsibility very seriously. Together with the coming instabilities in our electrical grid, it is my single biggest concern in this job. We have lost our ability to enrich uranium in this country, to construct plutonium pits, and to do so many critical things that are key to our nuclear arsenal. I am highly motivated and highly concerned that we need to make progress on the safety and security of the stockpile of our nuclear weapons.
So the Department of Energy provides essential programs and research across all corners of my state. It's critical defense measures at the national security site that you talked about, our workforce cybersecurity collaboration that we have with our universities and colleges in Nevada, the public-private partnerships to create new innovative technologies is actually happening in Nevada, thanks to legislation that we have passed, bipartisan legislation, as well as the Inflation Reduction Act and the infrastructure law. Let me ask you this. Would you push back on any attempts by the Trump administration to cut any of these critical programs?
Senator, I appreciate your passion for them. It's too early for me to give any specifics about this program or that program, but is cybersecurity critical for our country? Absolutely.
Let me be more specific, because you talked about that when I asked you about the role of DOE. You specifically talked about the national security site in Nevada. Would you push back on the Trump administration if they attempted to cut any critical funding to the programs for the national security site?
I will support, to the extent I can, all of our efforts in national security, including those that are in Nevada.
Let me ask you this. You talked about in your comments to some of my colleagues that you want to grow the supply of energy. Define for me the sources of energy you're talking about that you would like to grow.
All sources of affordable, reliable,
What sources are they?
Secure energy.
Sure, which sources?
It's different sources in different circumstances. I mean, our economy today is underpinned by energy dominantly from oil and natural gas. Coal is a major source of energy in our country. Nuclear power is a major source of energy in our country. Hydropower is a major source of energy in our country. Wind and solar are growing rapidly. And geothermal, particularly in states like Nevada, is early on, but has just significant running room to become a meaningful source of energy in the future. And every source of energy that either today or with technology innovation can be a growth engine for affordable, reliable, secure energy, I'm for all of those.
Good. You did not mention solar. Solar is the #1 energy for us in Nevada. It's created jobs, it's growing our economy, and it has major impact. So I'm disappointed that I didn't hear solar coming out as a part of the energy, but I assume, I'm not going to assume anything. I'm just going to say the conversation we're going to have and continue to have around energy is important, and it should be balanced, and is not just focused on fossil fuels. And no matter what some of my colleagues say, there should be a balanced approach to it for our portfolio for energy, and that's what I'm looking for always.
I agree entirely, Senator. And if I didn't say solar, it was an oversight. I worked in solar energy. You have tremendous resources for that in Nevada, and we're seeing a lot of growth in solar energy, and I expect that to continue.
Thank you.
Senator Cassidy.
Hey, Mr. Wright. I really enjoy